Oh, cool. I was I have my phone. We're good. I'll keep it. There you go. Thank you so much.
All right. I'd like to call to order the January 23rd, 2018 Board of Adjustments meeting. First thing we'd like to start off with is the election of the 2018 chairman. Hear a motion?
Motion Brandon Bennett for chairman and Devin Graham for
No, one at a time.
Yeah,
one at a time. All right.
So, motion for Brandon Bennett for chairman. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Eddie Crass. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No opposition. Thank you. Motion passes. Can I get a motion for vice chairman?
I'll make a motion for Devin Graham for vice chairman.
Second.
I'll second it.
Second by motion by Mr. Stephen Jofrion. Second by Ms. Darla Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
All right. Now I'd like to start off with the roll call of members. Mr. Devin Graham.
Present.
Mr. Stephen Jofrion.
Present.
Ms. Heather Sharon.
Present.
Ms. Darla Harris.
Present.
Mr. Eddie Crass.
Present.
I'm Brandon Bennett, and present. Mr. Willie Robinson is absent today.
And council.
At this point, wait, what? Oh, and Cody. Yeah, I don't think we don't have to announce that Cody is not here. Yeah. Now at this moment, we'd like to open the floor for public comment period. If anybody has any comments for the Board of Adjustments, please come forward. Anybody sign up? All right. Closing the public comment period. Now look at the acceptance of minutes for the November 28th, 2017 meeting. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. So can I get an acceptance of minutes for November 28th?
Motion to accept.
Motion by Mr. Devin Graham.
Second.
Second by Mr. Eddie Crass. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can I get an acceptance of minutes for the December 18th, 2017 meeting?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Devin Graham.
I'll second. Oh, sorry.
Second by Ms. Heather Sharon. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Now we'll look at the written decisions for the November 28th, 2017 meeting. And again, we had deferred that for some minor corrections from last month's meeting. So that's why we're doing the written decisions as well this month. So can I get a motion for the written decisions for November 28th?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Darla Harris.
I'll second that.
Second by Ms. Heather Sharon. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Can I get an acceptance of the written decisions for the December 18th, 2017 meeting?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Darla Harris.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Stephen Jofrion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
We all get a time.
Everybody got a turn. Anybody else? Anybody else? Lance, you're in? Good? All right. At this time, we'd like to open the floor for zoning review ID PZ 1527.18, Lot 2 for Gaynell Bats, located on the north side of LA 937, approximately 450 feet east of Poirier Road, to request a variance of the Ascension Parish Developmental Code, Section 17-2073, site requirement, purpose and intent, setback, and yards requirement for residential. Do we have anybody here to speak on the matter? Nobody is here to speak on the matter. Okay. At this time, I'd like to open it up for public comment period. I should do that. Okay. Closing public comment period. Do I have any discussion?
Yeah, Lance, this is what we were talking about last time, 937, the mobile home, too close to the state highway, right?
Correct, yes, sir. Yes, I haven't received any additional information.
So nothing's been said, okay.
No, sir.
I like last time, I think it was too close to the highway and things, so.
So we have any discussion?
I don't have a problem with it being too, I mean, I went right by there and looked at it, and all of them seem to be about that close, but my issue is it's kind of crowding up on that piece of land. It seems to go all the way to the back, and there's a gravel road that looks like it's halfway on the property line, and you know, I would rather grant a variance for highway frontage and let them subdivide a piece in the back, rather than push it that close to the highway if that's doable, but she's not here, so.
Yeah. And I think we also, the power line was one of the concerns as well for the safety,
Yeah.
being close to
Correct.
the mobile home.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason she decided to come back was we didn't have a clear view of what she wanted to do, and this new paperwork she turned in does, and, you know, it's a huge piece of land, and
Yeah, that
there's
was
a
an
lot of
issue.
room to put some other stuff behind there, and like I said, I would rather see a variance go on the highway frontage.
If I can recall, I believe the family member only allocated just what's there. There was an
yeah.
issue there
And there
with
was no
that.
other leeway or anything like that. so.
Right.
Okay. Any more discussion? Anybody want to make a motion?
I'm gonna have to make a motion to deny.
All right, I have a motion to deny the variance by Mr. Stephen Joffrion,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Eddie Krass. All in favor?
Aye.
No opposition, motion is denied, motion passes. That's a pack. Yeah. All right, next up is zoning review ID PZ 1553.18. This is lot 36, Norwood Lake subdivision for Terry and Sandra Wiley. This is located on the west side of Chrissy Drive, approximately 400 feet south of Norwood Road, to request a variance of the Ascension Parish Developmental Code, Section 17-2073, site requirement, purpose and intent, setback, and yard restrictions or requirements for residential. Do we have anybody here to speak on the matter?
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members. David Patterson with Land Source, 6730 Exchequer Drive, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I'm here representing Terry and Sandra Wiley, and Ms. Wiley is also here with us tonight, in case you have any questions for her. She's been real busy. She went and sat down with Lance to discuss what she wanted to do. She wants to she needs a place for her mom, and if you read the letter, she's been around and around trying to find a situation where she could better take care of her mom, and this is by far, if she can get your approval tonight, this will be the best situation for him and them by far. She would create a mother-in-law suite by way of a freestanding structure, and it would be architecturally consistent with everything in the neighborhood. She's gone to the trouble to go to all of her adjacent neighbors, then some, and got letters of no objection from them. And, you know, we're here and prepared to answer any questions that y'all may have.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you. Anybody have any questions? What was your name again, sir? I'm sorry. Sir,
Yep.
what was your name again?
David?
David? Does anybody have any questions for David? Okay. We'd like to open it up for public comment period. Anybody signed up? All right, closing public comment period. We have any discussion, any motions?
Oh, I got the basics, for Lance, it's normal. It's the drainage. The back, is that a drainage service? It says existing servitude. Is it drainage, utility?
It's just servitude, so it's just listed as servitude.
It's not
But it's not going to be encroaching into the servitude.
no, that's what, I was just curious.
And the structure, it's all, I guess, are there certain requirements for it to, up to code to match the home and the house and all that good stuff? It's not
Absolutely.
just, we're not putting
Yeah.
a shed out back, are we?
No, it's
Okay.
not going to be a shed. It's
Safe
gonna
for
be
the
a-
mother-in-law as well if we are in a storm or anything like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
right. It'll meet all the building code requirements, and, yeah, so, and even though I don't know that their HOA is inactive, and, but she still made the effort to follow their restrictions, and so the only thing she's doing is asking for this variance. And,
Okay.
I mean, even the color of the paint, everything's going to be consistent with her house.
Okay. All right. She did have multiple letters, part of the packet.
No, I was
for-
gonna definitely say,
Yeah.
beautiful packet.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes.
much.
Makes it very easy.
Yes.
Did you do that? Good job, good job.
Love it.
All right, anybody have any discussion, any motions?
I'll make a motion to accept. I think it,
Did public comment?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the neighbors seem to be happy. It's a beautiful packet. It presents well. Doesn't encroach any servitudes.
All right, so we have a motion by Mr. Devin Graham,
I agree. I'll second it.
second by Ms. Darla Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
No opposition. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You need a comb? Is that what you said?
I hear it all over. We don't see myself in the mirror.
All right, now I would like to go to zoning review ID PZ 1554.18, portion of the Mary Heath Fairbanks Estates for Jeremy Phillips. This is located on the north side of South Highway 936, approximately 1,400 feet east of the Melanson Road, to request a variance of the Ascension Parish Developmental Code, Section 17-2073, site requirement, purpose and intent, setback and yard requirements for residential, as well as Section 17-2073, site requirements, minimum lot and lot frontage restrictions for residential. Do we have anybody here to speak on the matter?
Yeah, good evening. I'm Clint Quentmall, representing Earls and Associates. Asking for a variance, this particular lot, they were trying to get financing, and they couldn't finance at the bank, or lending institution wouldn't finance with two residences on the lot. So we're looking to subdivide. Both lots meet the square footage requirement for the zone, except when you take the right-of-way out, it does not. The shed is in the 10-foot side setback, so instead of reducing that setback, we would like to get a variance on that so that if something happens to the shed, it can never be rebuilt in that location and the setback stands.
So basically, if we were to include or take out the right-of-way on this, they would, what kind of square footage, or what kind of variance would they be asking if we took out the right-of-way?
Yeah, it's written in there, if I'm not mistaken, it's 1,940 for Lot B, and, hold on a second.
See, Lot B has 18,000.
Yes, Lot B would have 18,096 excluding the right-of-way. The variance of Lot A is 4,059 square feet, and Lot B is 1,904.
Okay, all right. All right, does anybody else have any questions? There's just a lot going on this one, so.
So if we allow a variance on this shed, and anything burns down or something, they can't build another shed right there, they would have to move it out of the line?
Yes, sir.
And that's the one that's in Lot B, for Lot B, correct?
Right.
Yes, sir.
And so that's just a 5-foot variance that we're asking for on that one, or y'all are asking for on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Anybody else have any questions? Okay. Well, I'd like to open it up for public comment period. Not everybody at once. All right. Closing public comment period. Anybody else have any questions?
So is there currently a building on that lot? And are they looking to refinance? Is that what it is, or?
Yeah, they're looking to, all the structures shown are there.
Okay,
And so they're looking to finance, and the lending institutions suggest that they subdivide in order to do it, because they wouldn't do it with both residences on a single lot.
okay. I don't have a problem with that.
So what's the hardship here?
Financing issue.
Financing issues? So this is the same family?
Yes.
Family members for each?
They're raising, the house on Lot B is flooded, and they're raising it. And that's part of the financing issue.
They flooded.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, they're just looking to lift it, I mean, at this point.
That is correct.
Is someone still lives in the trailer right there?
In both, yes.
Both homes? Okay, so they're just raising it just for flood issues, and then it came down to financing issues. And then once they subdivide it, then that shed's 5 feet inside of our servitude. Or
Setback.
setback,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
yeah, okay. All right. Anybody else?
I'd like to make a motion to approve as written.
Yeah,
I have a motion by Mr. Stephen Joffrion,
I'd like to second that.
second by Mr. Eddie Krass. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposition?
No, I'll take favor. I'm good.
Favor? All right, motion passes. Thank you, sir. All right, the next one. It's going to be zoning review ID PZ 1555.18, Lot D1C and D1DB, formerly a portion of the Garney Gotro property for Kenny Gotro, located on the east side of Privacy Lane, approximately 800 feet north of LA Highway 621, to request a variance of the Ascension Parish Developmental Code, Section 17-2073, site requirement, purpose and intent, setback, and yards requirement for residential, and Section 17-2073, site requirement and minimum lot and lot frontage restrictions for residential. Do we have anybody here to speak on the matter?
Again.
Just stay on up there, huh?
Yep, again, Clint Quentin Long. As you can see, that carport was built at the end of the driveway, and that's the issue they're looking to clear up. It's, you know, it wasn't a situation where it was built, you know, off to the drive and into the neighbors. It was just built at the end of the carport and the driveway. Obviously, the driveway was across the line. You can see the delineation from the original lot D1C.
Would you mind, if you're looking at the same thing we were looking at, would you mind putting that up there? Because there's a lot going on this one.
I press anything? Come on.
I think you'll turn it on. Oh, man. I think there's a way to zoom out. We zoomed out last
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah.
And we're power save mode.
Oh, that's focused.
We just need to move it down.
Coming to save the day.
Oh, this is the Zoom. All this new technology. So we can see here, this was the original line.
Oh,
And you can see how much is the driveway and all of it. And so what they did is they pushed a new line to clear the driveway and the carport and subdivide. In doing so, reduce the area for this lot here, once you take out the right-of-way, actually on both lots, just due to its narrow shape. And that's the two variances, basically.
Okay.
Both these homes are owned by the same family, same
Yeah,
Gotro?
the Gotro. I don't know if y'all remember Garney Gotro.
Oh,
used
yeah,
to
I
work
know
for
Mr.
the
Garney.
parish. His son's Kenny.
Good old Mr.
Ricky.
Garney. Okay, anybody have any more questions for Clint?
yeah, again, the same questions asked last time. What would be the variance if they weren't, and, you know, if the right-of-way was included?
Okay.
Yeah, the square footage for lot D1C1 would have 13,946 square feet, excluding the right-of-way.
I don't think they are.
And the other lot, DC, I'm trying to think.
I know Ricky.
I think that's, yeah.
I don't think he lives there.
Unless I think that's it.
D1, DB-1.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes. Would have, that would be the square footage. Would have 13,946 square feet, excluding the right-of-way.
That's for D1C1.
Yes.
What about D1DB?
Oh,
It doesn't have it on our,
yeah, I see that.
Well, they actually,
And that one may work.
May fall, I think that may be why. I think it may have met the requirement.
yeah, that makes sense.
Because he's
Okay.
actually, what he's
Because you're
doing
looking
is
at 190.
he's shifting the lot over, so it's
Yeah.
still the same square footage overall, but he's just shifting one over, increasing one lot size and decreasing the other lot size to encompass the shed or the carport.
Okay.
That's a
Gotcha.
part of the other lot.
Were they actually occupied by the family?
Yes.
They are.
I got one. Is privacy lane, is that public or?
It's
I
a
thought it was
public road.
Okay, I thought it was a
Public.
private road, okay.
What made you think it was a private?
No, I worked on a house at the end of the road, and I thought, for years, I thought it was a private road. But it's a good name too, right?
All right, anybody else have any more questions? I hear a motion. I don't have any more questions for you.
Yeah, I definitely think there's some hardship there, so. But I'll let somebody make the motion.
I make a motion to
There you go.
accept as written.
Have a motion by Mr. Stephen Joffrion,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Devin Graham. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No opposition. Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
All right, last one on the agenda, zoning review ID PZ 1556.18, Lot 2, 4.122 acres for Rodney Daigle, located on the north side of LA Highway 1 north, approximately 800 feet west of Stewart Road, to request a variance of the Ascension Parish Developmental Code 17-2073, site requirement for minimum lot and lot frontage restrictions. Do we have anybody here to speak on the matter?
How y'all doing tonight? Cord
Good.
Bradford representing John Dunlap Land Surveying and Mr. Rodney Daigle. What this is this is a particular piece of property over in the Donaldsonville area. His legal description calls for 96 feet, and it's an old area with existing fences. And when you go from fence line to fence line, he's only at 85. So he's actually short about 11 feet. From what his legal description has. When you go and you look at the property, if you go down several tracks to the north and several tracks to the south to try to figure out where is this 11-foot discrepancy, it gets a little complicated. What happens is some of the descriptions, the legal descriptions on some of the lots do not have dimensions. They only have acreages. So it really compounds the problem in trying to figure out where's this additional 11 feet that he should have. So what Mr. Daigle is requesting is to get a variance on the frontage, and he's willing to accept the fence lines as they sit today, because the fences are probably fairly old, and it may be an issue even if he tried to move the fences as they are today. So that's why we're requesting the variance. It's basically how the property falls out as is.
So this
Which
is
is
just
different.
more, oh, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
It's just different from, he's actually, he's getting less from what he actually bought than, in how to figure it out from a surveying standpoint, it can get really complicated and expensive, and he's willing to give up the property and utilize the fence lines.
So this is, so he's purchasing this, and this is.
He's purchased it, he bought it.
Oh, he purchased it?
He bought it in August of 2017.
Okay, so this is just for a legality standpoint on paperwork, basically.
That's what I was
Is
gonna
it-
say. We're not saying he owns less by making his variance though, right?
No, well, he's gonna agree to it once the survey's done
What-
to exactly
we'll-
what
we'll
it's
show
the
it-
square, what the frontage is.
Okay, so it's just updating his paperwork, I guess you could say.
It is,
What's-
and basically what
cleaning
he's gonna
up a
do
little.
is, we're gonna go back to a fence line survey. Now, the problem is, though, is that when we go with the 85 feet, it doesn't meet
It
the
doesn't meet the-
requirements. It'll be less than the 90.
Okay.
And so we were calling and saying, well, how do we get around this? And they said to come and talk to you guys. So he's willing to take the 85 feet, but it's still not gonna meet the requirements of being zoned RM.
How does that happen?
The French.
Is this gonna affect the lots that are on each side of him? We make this adjustment, are they now
No,
gonna be
because
affected?
he's gonna
and-
utilize the existing fences that have been there.
Okay,
So basically, what we'll do is, at this point, we'll do a fence line survey and utilize the fence. Actually, one of the neighbors on one side has already had that completed. So we have a map, and then it was basically done as a fence line survey. So, now what to do with the 11 feet. We have an idea of where we think the problem's at. It's just, does he want to spend a lot of time and effort trying to track it down? And we can't guarantee it. If it goes in a court of law, they may hold the fences, because the fences, from what we're being told, may have been there for more than 30 years anyway.
Yeah, 30 years. Let me ask you this, what we're doing is gonna pass a variance, so when he does get the legal corrected, that he doesn't have to come in front of us later, right?
Correct. Yeah, what would happen is that if you do accept it, then he's gonna get a map approved by the planning commission with that variance. And once he does that, that'll be the frontage of the property based on that survey.
So it states he's looking to sell. Is that just future what if?
So
or-
he wants to sell, he's gonna keep the front piece up along LA1, and he's gonna sell the back piece.
do you have a map that you can
Yeah.
show us?
Sure do.
Oh, that's a public road back?
Yeah, it looks
I
like
have-
there is a road.
We can do that.
I thought it was just a levee road, okay.
Yeah, if you want to, that's fine. The property has double frontage, so it has frontage on Highway 1 North and then also on River Road, the road that follows the levee, Mississippi levee.
Yeah, so you can actually access, so that when he does sell this, there's, the River Road portion will be accessed. Now, he's gonna sell from, he'll keep a small portion of this tract, but he's gonna then sell everything all the way to the Mississippi River. And
It'll
so-
meet the square footage of with an 85-foot frontage by,
So he's missing it by about 1,600 square feet. He's at, he's at 14,360, or 14,636 instead of the 16,000.
Court, do they have parish sewer there?
No,
So it doesn't go that far down?
I don't think so.
Because
I-
Smoke Bend does have parish, public sewer.
I'm pretty sure, being out there, I'm pretty sure that
think
most of
this
the
part-
folks are on MODADs,
Okay.
or individual sewer
All right.
treatment
He's gonna-
plants.
Then if that's the case, I would
He's got two
suggest that he
frontages.
moves the
There's a
property
road,
line back.
and then
I
there's-
thought, when I wrote this, thought that they had parish sewer out
And
there.
I'll double check that.
Okay.
I'll
I
double
think
check
he's
that.
selling
I was gonna say, when you
from
need the
River Road to
variance for the square
Yes,
footage. then?
yes, and I didn't put that in there based on that.
And we'll check it, and if worse comes to worse, we can move back, it'll move
Oh,
it
right
back
here?
probably about 16 feet, but
All the way to the river.
So is that gonna affect what's on here? If we make the motion for the variance for what he's requesting, is that gonna affect what you're talking about as far as
No,
being-
because if it doesn't, then at that point, he's gonna move the property line back and
So
meet
we'll
the
fix-
16,000 square feet.
we'll fix it on the survey map.
Okay,
Gotcha.
all right.
Let me ask you a question, 'cause like, would you want us to maybe defer and you can fix that with Lance, or do you want to come, I think it would be another cost
He
associated.
doesn't want to defer because he has an
Okay.
individual he's trying to sell to, and he
I
wants to
understand.
get it, that's why he's willing to accept the lesser money, so he can sell the back piece.
I just want to state that he didn't understand this was part of an issue, and now he's just fixing it after purchase the property.
That's right. He's fixing it, willing to take
Did not
less
know
than
it was-
what he purchased and move on.
So he did not know the problem existed.
No,
prior to-
he didn't.
Okay.
He was unaware of it. It was
Unaware.
one of those,
There
he
we go.
bought it and then surveyed it after and realized it was a problem.
Since you,
Is it easier for us to defer it though technically and get it corrected, Lance?
And there's a pay
It's up to
cost,
you.
too.
I mean, it's gonna be one of those things where if he doesn't have if he doesn't have sewer, community sewer, he's gonna have to meet 16,000 square feet, or he would come back here. And if he understands that,
Yeah.
which I think he does.
yeah,
He'll meet the 16.
he's got plenty of land too.
Yeah, he can, like I said, it's just moving it back about 16.
Can you, since you did pull up the map, can you just show us what we're talking about, just so we see?
So here is, this is
No.
LA1. And so here is the River Road that they'll have access from. And then this is the levee. I'm gonna just slide this. Then
So
this
it's
runs
already 2 feet.
There's the water.
all the
Yeah,
way
was
to the
that
river.
in my
So
packet?
it's big.
Oh,
As you can
no, I
see,
didn't have it.
these little,
He's just gonna keep this,
this is the
He's got
fence
that.
sell
lines.
from here.
And you can
Yeah,
see
we
that
have
it's
the-
Yeah.
basically holding the
That's a
fence
formal
lines
survey.
on both
That's
sides.
a draft, but.
Okay,
And so-
but that's in regards to, or I guess what you have subdivided right here for lot 2B, that's a whole nother matter. We're looking at the 85
Yes,
feet.
and we can
Okay.
adjust,
Yeah.
this is just a draft.
Yeah, okay.
I got another one for you then. On River Road, where you didn't have to have a variance for the frontage as well. Is that 85 straight, is it straight
Yeah,
back
it's
85?
Yeah, it
So
it
you'd have to
is,
have
so
a
fence
variance
lines,
A frontage
I guess-
variance
I
too?
guess we will, yes.
So we'll see you again. Okay, do I have any more questions? All right, at this time, I'd like to open it up for public comment period. Please come forward, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I'm on the west side of Mr. Daigle's property, and I'm here to oppose it on principles that he used the 800 feet from Stewart Lane to his property. I went the other day and counted there's 17 residences in that 800 feet, trailers and homes. That's a lot of people in a small area. Rodney wanted to get this variance, and I think the survey should have been made prior to him buying it, because he's trying to flip that property. He bought it from the people that owned it, and I talked to him that Thursday evening. He was just getting back from signing his paperwork, and he said he's gonna flip it, and he'd already gotten with another realtor, and it was up for sale. Next morning, Friday morning, the for sale sign went up. Nobody was interested in it to talk about. Rodney stuck with it. Now, I have no problems with a hardship case, but in this case, it looks to me like he's trying to get his money back. Now, I hate to put it as so blunt as that, but I mean, that's fact. The river road is only 14 feet wide, no shoulders, all right? The one side of the road is up on the levee. There's no striping in the road. When two cars come in and meet each other, one has to pull over onto the side of the levee to let the other one pass. We're very congested in the area, and I don't want to say we have flood problems, but there's still water standing in the yard today from the rain a day and a half, 2 days ago. Some more buildings or whatever the case might be, it's bad for everybody. The batcher is useless. I have batcher rights also. My property is useless back there. There's a mile marker on Rodney's property. The Coast Guard comes out there once or twice a year with machinery, and they have to cross Rodney's property. There's a pond back there, and that's part of his acreage that he's talking about. He may have a 40 or 50 foot, and I'm guessing at that, flat surface on the top. It's not very much land, and it's low land.
Yes.
Rodney's house and a lot of the homes up there were facing the old Mississippi River levee. These homes were rolled back when Highway 1 was built, turned around and faced Highway 1. My grandmother's store was one of them. Rodney's house was one of them.
Would you mind just wrapping it up? I'll let you continue, but would you mind wrapping it up? They give you the 3 minutes, and we've met the 3 minutes.
Well, I'm about the end of it.
Okay.
You know, I just have a lot of problems with it right
Yes,
now,
sir.
and the people in the area do.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. I think what happened to our cameras? Oh, is he sleeping? All right. Any more discussion? Or I'm sorry. Anybody to talk? All right. Closing public comment period. Any discussion? Emotions?
Yeah, I'm still curious the implications on the second proposed lot if this variance is approved. I mean, what are we,
So tonight, all we're doing is the frontage
The
of
front.
this lot,
Yeah.
just to
Okay.
clear it up. If and when he comes back for the second, we can deny or approve as written then. So tonight, and let me make sure I'm correct on that, Lance, right?
Yeah, the
Tonight, we're
correction,
just-
tonight is just the
Just a
frontage.
cleanup of the
Yeah, it's
frontage
be
along
frontage on both.
LA1.
I mean, it's basically, it's the same amount, because it's
Yeah,
square.
nothing's changing.
Yeah.
It's just the paperwork is what they're basically looking at.
So, but
So-
tonight's not based on the creation of a
16,000.
secondary lot?
No.
Or second
No,
lot?
no.
Just to let you know, so,
Yeah.
tonight, we're not gonna discuss the second lot that he's planning on dividing out.
I didn't hear what you said, I'm sorry.
I was just stating that tonight, we're not discussing the second lot. We're only gonna do the homework of the cleanup of LA1's frontage. You know what I mean? LA1, he doesn't have the,
If you give him a variance to LA1, the variance is gonna apply to the back, and he could sell the back lot, right?
not tonight.
no.
No, sir.
Not tonight, no, sir.
No.
I just wanted to do that, but just a side note.
So whoever buys that back lot is stuck with it, is that what you're telling me?
No, so I'm
No,
stating that there's
no.
no back lot right now, and
Yeah.
that's not what
I
we're
mean, if it
discussing.
was- If y'all
This has nothing to do with the rear property.
Yeah.
Rear lot.
Okay.
So I just want to put that ease to mind, but we're gonna move
Yeah,
forward.
yeah, let's look at what we have here.
Oh.
So, did you have any more comments, Heather?
No.
Okay. Anybody else? Do I hear a motion?
I want to approve as written because it's literally just a cleanup of a
Right.
Yeah.
frontage variance along LA one. It has nothing to do with any other subject matter.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Devin Graham. Anything else?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Stephen Joffrion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No opposition, motion passes. All right, do I have any old business? Do I have any new business?
Yes, I would like to state that I completed the required training to be on the board December 2nd, 2017.
Anything else? Welcome to 2018, guys.
Congratulations, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Graham.
Yes,
Thank you, thank you.
congratulations.
Look forward to a good year with you guys, so. All right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Motion by Mr. Stephen Joffrion,
Second.
second by Ms. Darla Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank y'all.